Alright guys, so here it is, widgets pack. As promised, I will show you how to set up and how to use them. So first one is model, and let me set up another one. Let's say it will be on the right side. Select widget, model, and here it is. It's a little bit too big, so let's go to options. Let's go to options, long press, widget settings, and let's change height to 80. Yes, and it's smaller. You can also position within the widget area, like I want to have it more to the right. And also you can have it just a picture. Let me just make it a little bit lower to display it a little bit lower, and let's reposition this one, and let's make height like 100, y 70 and 30, and you have it in the middle. If you like to have a name, of course, just tap the name, and that's it. So you can have it as small as minimum 40, which will be very, very small, and as big, let me check, let's change to full screen layout and select widget, model, let's say 260, and maybe like something 200, as big as whole screen. Reposition, oops, too low, removed. All right. that was let me select it again. It will be helpful in the next presentation. Okay, so this is model widget, just to display a picture of your model and name wherever you want. All right, so next one is let me show you timer widget. First of all, let's change layout. Okay, let's change layout to 3x3, and let's say we'll keep all the sliders set up widgets. So we have sliders, we have trims, and select timer. Also, you can position this, but the main settings is timer number. So first will be first, and let's say another one. Let's choose another one. This will be second, and the last one will be third. All right, it's set up. Let me see. So configuration of timers is done in model menu. You can see. So I have my first timer called arm, and it will be on with the logic switch 04. Let's change it. Let's change it just to, let's say, switch this switch down. All right. And I'm sorry, it needs to be on, of course. All right. So at the very moment I will switch this switch, and the timer will start to count. You cannot see countdown dial. That means this timer is counting up to whatever time it will be. The second one is configured to be countdown timer, so you can see this. Oh, radio set just 4 minutes. You can see this dial that is diminishing, and it's countdown timer. Also, you can see here I've switched on some options. That means this timer will be flight persistent. We'll have 1 minute announcement, 60 seconds, and we'll have this countdown announcement by voice. Let me check how it's set. Left voice 10 seconds. Let's switch that countdown will be from 30 seconds, and maybe we'll lower it a little bit to show you how it's done. Okay, so now the first timer is counting up and the second timer is counting down. I think there should be a 1 minute announcement when we pass 60 seconds.
1 minute.
Yes, 1 minute, and once we reach 30 seconds, it will be counting down. The third timer is set to 1 day, 6 hours and 22 minutes. You can do this like total time or maybe some training, and it's also countdown timer, and it's manually persistent. I mean, if I reset
29, 28, 27.
Yeah, it's counting. Let me change it to, let me change this to just 5 seconds.
17, 16, 15, 14, 13.
There is a difference, but this is not my difference. This is sound difference. I mean, the sound of every number is too long. And now you can see we are in this overtime. So timer went red, and we are minus 20 seconds above time we set. All right, let me switch off. How to reset? Reset, everything is in the system, so we go to reset, and I can reset flight, which will reset all the timers that are normal or flight persistent, or I can reset any of given timer, like first one, right? Okay, again, reset second one, and I've left the third one because it's counting total, so I've left it untouched. All right, I can show you now, of course, the option that when I change theme, of course, widget will be in theme colors. Let's do it again. Let's change to, for example, green fields, flying to the moon, green fields theme. Now you can see it's in adjusting to theme colors, right? Okay, last but not least, let me show you. Let's add some next view, switch it to, or maybe it's okay. I will leave it as 2+1, okay. But I will switch off everything except top bar. All right, set up widgets. So let's set up channels. So there are 5 options. First is source type. You can choose to show inputs. You can choose which is 1. You can choose to show mixer, which is 2, and outputs, which is 3. Let's choose inputs, which is 1. And the first channel will be the first one, and the last one can be really last one, like 32, but of course you will not see all of them. So I think this screen will manage to display with the top bar like 10 maybe. Let me see. Yeah, 10 is okay. So I've got a name for each input. I will show you this. Let's go to model and to inputs. So if you can see, every of my input has a name: roll, pitch, roll, yaw, and other things. And it's displayed then if the name is given. The widget will display this name. If name is not given, like input 10, let's check it. Input 10 is empty. Widget will display just input and the number. Okay, so let's set up another one. Select widget and channels. This time let's set, it will be mixer, and let's say we start from the 4th channel and the last will be 8th channel, right? And you can see we have here 4 channels. 5. Let me change it. First is 4th, so 4 channels, the last will be 7th. Okay, so what's the difference? Input can be different than mix. Input can be used as a source for the mix, but the output value can be different. Let me configure it a little bit differently. Let's go for 2x2. Let's switch off all elements, and let's configure again. On the left we will have inputs, and now I think we can have like 13. Yeah, maybe not all of them. Okay, let's go to 0 and Y. Widget settings. Oh Jesus. Widget settings and Y to 0 to, yes, I can see 13. 13 channels. And let's configure on the right. Let's configure channel widget. Of course, 13 2. and source will be second, which is out mixes. So now you can see, for example, I've got input, which is called throttle limiter. It's now 100, and throttle will be like 99. And this input is driven by trim. So if I lower the throttle limiter to 0, which is half, my throttle will be 20%, more or less. It's set like that. So input is one thing, and mix is another thing, and output is third thing. So you can set this widget to display whatever you want. Again, let me change it. If I change to, I like coffee. Okay, let's go with the coffee. Set active. So you can see we have all widgets in theme colors, right?